Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is Vinaxius and this is Hearthstone Arena. Into the pit. We're gonna keep going here. This is a continuation of our very first run in the arena with a hunter. Things are looking good so far. I'm nervous though because the 4-win mark is sort of like the breaking point for me, where it's either I barely scrape by a victory or I am just gonna get dumpstered on and end up going 4-3. Hopefully that won't happen and we can pull out something good here against a warlock, and we're going first, which means I don't like any of these cards here. I've seen other players employ strategies where they do stick with like 4 and 5 mana cards in their opening hands and sort of play for that mid-game point, but I don't think that is the strength of my deck. My strength comes from things like starting Buzzard and all these ravenous hyenas and stuff, and
wanna blow something up?
it would be much more ideal for good things to transpire out of that. I am going to do something Arcane Shot here. I'm not super in a rush to play Starving Buzzard, especially when I have no other cheap beasts really to play out to get that card draw going. He played a Wisp, which is interesting, and inherently, because it's a Warlock, he's going to have card advantage over me. It makes me sort of nervous, but not like exceptionally so. He's probably going to trade the Wisp for the Crusader's Divine Shield here, and you know, I'll take it. I'll probably give our Crusader Divine Shield a taunt, or I'm going to go for a card draw here. If I give it +1/+1, it's gonna die anyways, so that's not a huge deal. I'm gonna play the Gnomish Inventor, draw a card, attack him directly. A Houndmaster is great. I'm very happy with the Houndmaster here. Next turn, we have a ton of options available to us. We could defend with Argus if things are still alive. Giving Hearthstone 2/4 is definitely good for him. We can do Thunder Rhino and then turn after Houndmaster and start with Buzzard. And now this changes everything. How are we gonna do this? We're playing Explosive Trap.
Hey, give me a minute.
We're trading like that with the Gnomish Inventor. We're hero powering, because I do not want to play the Starving Buzzard because I feel it's probably going to get traded for. And I want him to attack me this turn. I want him to trigger my Explosive Trap. It was a very transparent setup by me, of course. And using one of those Death Rattles is also really good. And he decides to go for it. I'm okay with that. He's going to have a 2/1 on the field, and he's going to play Soulhand Knight.
Ready, sir.
That's pretty scary, to be honest. What I'm going to do here is Knife Juggler, Starving Buzzard, gives me 2 mana, no hero power. And next turn with 7 mana, we have the choices of either Thunder Rhino or Houndmaster or Defender of Argus. This is a toughie. That makes sense to go for the trade there. Makes sense to go for a trade there.
I'll get right on it. Do I have to?
He plays a lot of scary things this turn, I don't know. Maybe we could just play Ventricle Mercenary. He has, oh my gosh, he just played so many things. That's crazy. I'm glad we got sniped for sure. That'll be, you know, it'll do something. I'm gonna put out Ventricle Mercenary because I think he's going to at least go for a trade maybe. And that will reduce the amount of damage that I take this turn. And next turn with 8 mana, I don't want to play Houndmaster without having a beast on the field, because then it's just like it's not worth it, you know? He does decide to go for the trade, that's exactly what I was hoping for. At the same time, Defender of Argus won't be benefiting either. I'll be taking the Silverhand Knight on the chin for quite a few turns is all I'm gonna say. Because, I don't really have any taunts right now. I can't get a taunt unless I play a beast before Houndmaster. Things are looking okay still, though. I'm not feeling too bad
You
right now.
love my new recipe.
And you know what? It's okay. He gets +1 attack on that. He plays another Flame Imp. This guy has a lot of, smallish things, it seems. I decided to play Tundra Rhino so that hopefully I could get some benefit out of these cards here. The other option for him is that he's just going to kill the Tundra Rhino. And I'm just gonna go for the throat here. Because next turn I'll have Tundra Rhino, I'll have Houndmaster. Then I will, hopefully if he doesn't play a taunt, put him down to 1 health as a result. Which leaves me the opportunity for a hero power to finish him off. It's dicey though because he has so much more presence on the board. And he made a very scary Void Terror. Holy crap. I'm scared. Multi-shot isn't very helpful here. Let's think about this. Tundra Rhino. We Houndmaster, that gives him taunt. That saves us some damage, and it puts him at 1. And hopefully he does not kill me this turn. And if he does not kill me this turn, I will emerge victorious here. Those Void Terrors are really good though. I did play a Warlock in Arena once and I went like 1 and 3 or something brutal. But I think this guy is definitely more proficient with Warlock than I am. There's a well played.
Well played.
And he makes an impression on me again with a Hellfire. I think it's just fun to do the final blow yourself. You know, it's about integrity. So that is a good sign, I think. It got us past the breaking point of the 4 and then losing as many times as it takes to drop out. Which is just personal experience for me. Obviously, it's going to get harder and harder as you climb up the ladder because you'll be facing players who have also been more successful. I'm going to be replacing everything except Snipe. I am learning how to use Snipe more effectively, which is good. And I am not enjoying what we have here. Hunter's Mark, I absolutely love having later on in the game. Because that that could change 9 health health down to 1 or something crazy like that. Having it in the opening hand, you prefer to wait as long as possible before you use it. And so it might sit there for a little while. And I guess I'll be okay with that. Yeah! That makes sense. I will take that as well. He'll have 3 mana next turn. Is it worth it to play a Snipe? I've coined already. So I'm going to play Snipe. Maybe he'll pay 3 mana for a creature, and the creature will have 4 health. I don't even know if there's a 3 mana creature with 4 health, to be honest. There probably is, but then it won't have much attack. He holds back. I'm going to Hero Power this turn because that's the only thing I can do. And him holding back is actually a good sign. The higher the mana cost of the creature is, the higher chance my Snipe will be more effective. And next turn I'm probably going to put out Violet Teacher. He's just hanging back, man. Holy.
Attention, class.
My Violet Teacher's going to come out. We'll see how he responds. Next turn, it'll probably be Charging Rhino, Tundra Rhino, followed by the Savannah Highmane because that'll get the most damage and effectiveness out there.
Do you like to play with fire?
I think sniping the Pyromancer's okay. It could be a lot worse. He could have played like a Wisp or something. It's always a gamble playing secrets because you have no idea what they're going to use. He has another Holy Smite which he uses on the Violet Teacher, which I feel is sort of strange. But I guess he might not have had anything else to do, so... No, that's fair. I'm gonna... Nothing's gonna change in terms of my plans for the next 2 turns. Next it'll be Savannah Highmane, assuming Tundra Rhino survives. If Tundra Rhino dies, I'll play Stormwind Knight and snipe. Because then, well, Savannah Highmane won't have charge, and I would like to get snipe out again as quickly as possible. We still have our Hunter's Mark, so if he gets up to 8 mana and plays like something crazy, Hunter's Mark will be very effective, and we can just like trade it with a Tundra Rhino or a Teacher or something. The taunt's annoying, but it doesn't change much still. I'm going to be Savannah Highmane. That'll be all my mana. And for most damage effectiveness, I will do that. And deal 3 damage from Violet Teacher to the Priest. We're not at like Holy Nova board wipe range, which is 2 damage. Thought Steal is also annoying because it's always like dicey and you have no idea what he has. If he plays a trap, I'm gonna assume it's Explosive Trap or Snipe because, you know, that's what I have. As a result,
we must cleanse the Sunwell.
Next turn, I'm playing the Stormwind Knight. If he has... oh, never mind. He doesn't have a trap out. Maybe I'll do Defender of Argus then. I don't like the pattern I actually played my minions out in. That's a misplay by me because I simply overlooked it. So what do I want to Defender of Argus? Good question. It's gonna be Tundra Rhino for sure, right? Then I'll probably do Savannah Highmane, because when it dies, you still have a couple of K2s out, and that's a good deal. And Snipe as well.
I am ready to learn.
Tundra Rhino's gonna trade, because it's 5. And for maximum damage effectiveness, the Savannah Highmane gets to hit our Priest. Things are looking up. We're getting closer and closer to range at which the Priest can really make good things happen with AoE damage spells and board wipes. Plays the Molten Giant and I do 4 damage to it. That's good. I think I know what I'm going to trade. He does heal the giant actually. That's smart. We're going to Hunter's Market. And I am going to trade this little Violet Apprentice. Stranglethorn Tiger is going to have a hasty chargey thing, and Explosive Trap is going to come out.
I am ready to learn.
And we're going to swing in, and this is it. There we go. Looking good. That was a fairly straightforward and solid game, but Hunter is a fairly straightforward cross. Priests and Warlocks and things, you always have to make a lot more difficult decisions, I feel, with your spells, because they're so much more situational, and it's never straightforward when you use them. Because you have things like double a minion's health, and then the one that changes their attack to be equal to their health, and you question whether or not you want to save that and use it right away. And because you have no idea what your opponent has, it's hard to make the decision. I can understand people's comments about Priests recently, though. They are very strong. This is like Trap City, man. I don't know if I'm comfortable with all this stuff. I'm going to keep Explosive Trap. No, I'm going to keep Snipe. And hopefully I draw some cheap creatures here. Starving Buzzard. I always really prefer having a Starving Buzzard in conjunction with, like, a Hyena or something. That's something I would have wanted to snipe, to be honest. Now, though, I'm just going to end my turn. I'm going to try to rush for Ventricle Mercenary, I think. I'll play out Snipes in the next few turns. And we will see what happens here, actually. That was almost absolute disaster for him, but now he gets to heal her. And that will give him a card draw, which is good for him. Here comes the first Snipe. We'll see what he plays. He's played out a lot of creatures so far. Maybe he'll play a 3-mana one that Snipe gets to kill instantly. That card draw is pretty frustrating, though. And now I'm really wishing I kept the Explosive Shot. It would have made quite a big difference that I drew... Oh, I drew my third Snipe in the deck. I think you can only have one out at a time, too, so that's sort of frustrating. I could play Storm and Knight. I think what I'm going to do is Storm and Knight. And I'm going to charge in and take that out. Because he only does 2 damage, Northshire Cleric can trade with him and he'll get a card drop. Then they'll leave him with 2 mana this turn, and you might want to play something else, like a creature with more health, maybe. Cool. I'll snipe it. It takes out a Divine Shield, which is fine. And I think it could have been a lot worse there. This turn, we're playing another Snipe. Trading the Storm at Night. And we're putting out Starving Buzzard for Thunder Rhino next turn. That'll hopefully give a card draw if Starving Buzzard lives. And then if Thunder Rhino lives next turn, we'll have a Savannah Highmane with his Death Rattle and also with Charge. And sniping Mad Bomber, that's okay. It takes 3 damage off the board. He's gonna get a lot of card draw from this Northshire Cleric, though. That 3 health is so good. Unfortunately, our poor little Starving Buzzard didn't survive to get a card draw. I'm going to trade and finally get that thing out of the way. He has so many cards now that I am actually very nervous.
Let me change your mind.
And that's just annoying, man. Cabal Shadow Priest, eh? Let's see here. I think this changes a lot, actually. I'm going to play out Ventricle Mercenary this turn. And we'll see if he goes for the trade, because I do have more cumulative damage on the board than he does right now. If Ventricle Mercenary dies, that's okay. I made him use cards for it. I made him use less than I would have liked him to use, certainly, but... This puts me in a tough position. I think what I'll do here is come to Rhino, put out Snipe, just to get a little bit of damage off the board, and hopefully divert damage from the Cabal Shadow Priest to him. Then if he'll probably heal her, and that renders my multi-shot sort of not useful, but we'll see, maybe he'll heal the Thunder Rhino for some reason, and that'll be fun. Or he'll play like an 8-mana creature and I'll just cry a little bit. Sniping the Violet Teacher is good too, that puts her well within the multi-shot damage range. And Light Spawn is scary. Fingers crossed, I'm hopefully going to get damage onto the Light Spawn and kill the Cabal Shadow Priest, but 2 random enemy minions makes a gamble. That was pretty good. I'll take it.
Job's done.
And this looks okay too. The problem is I don't have Taunt and he has his 5/5 Light Spawn up still, and that is pretty scary. He's probably just gonna gun straight for me, and I am in a pretty bad position now. He's actually going to exchange some damage and take my engineer off the board, which is okay. Inventor, my apologies. What the heck?
Well played.
That's so many light spawns. What do I even do? Well, obviously I need to give something taunt here. And it has to be a beast. So I'll play Scavenging Hyena, play the Houndmaster and give him taunt. That gives me a little bit of a shield for the time being. But I have no response really to what's happening here. Hunter's Mark can reduce the attack of one of these light spawns to 1.
I am ready to learn.
Well played.
But that's well played. It's a good game by him. I didn't manage to get his card draw source off the board early enough. He drew a crap ton of cards and finished me off. That's fair, I'll take it. And that puts us at 2 losses, and we're on the brink now. It's scary, but we do have 6 wins, and I'm pretty happy with that. I'd love a 7th. That's just the way the mind works, though, right? You get one, and then you want the next. You want to keep going. Either way, I feel that our first run here is going to draw to a close pretty soon. However this turns out, I'm pretty happy with it. It's definitely a good start. And I look forward to trying out some new classes, actually. I feel like they are, in all likelihood, going to go way more terribly than this one has. But I've never done Shambling Arena before, and I'd love to try that out. The Oasis Snapjaw, I'm tempted to keep. I'm also tempted to keep multi-shot, to be honest. But then we couldn't play both on the same turn, and we don't have a coin at our disposal. I'm going to trade multi-shot, and we're going to keep the Oasis Snapjaw. Maybe Starving Buzzard will survive to the turn 4, and we can actually play that out. And if not, well, you know, I sort of expect it not to, so it's okay, I guess. And cash. He plays a coin and a Bloodfin Raptor right away. I don't think Starving Buzzard's gonna survive. Let's be honest here. We could play Starving Buzzard turn 3, but no. I want to get it out. Next turn, I will probably use Kill Command, and if not, I'll just Steady Shot something, I guess. He's going to trade. That's fair. I'll take it.
Reporting for duty.
I'm absolutely not going to Kill Command this turn now. Arcane Shot. It's 1 damage. I'm not afraid of it enough to use my Arcane Shot on it. If anything, I'll try to combine Arcane Shot with Kill Command and take down something with 7 health. Or more by using a creature as well in conjunction with it. We'll see what happens here, though. The debate now is... It's Oasis Snapjaw for sure. Absolutely. And do we want to Hunter's Mark the Farseer to make him be less comfortable with trading it? I'm not scared of the Farseer. We have an answer for it if he just ignores me and goes for, well, my threat instead of the Oasis Snapjaws. Next turn's a big deciding moment for me, though. I can either Tundra Rhino or I can Houndmaster. And either one is really good. I'm really glad we didn't use Hunter's Mark yet. Because this turn now is going to be dealing with that terrifying creature. 7 damage off the board is absolutely good. We're just going to hero power because I do not want to use Houndmaster without having a beast on the board, as usual. Next turn we'll probably put out Tundra Rhino. Maybe Stranglethorn Tiger, but I honestly don't see it. Yeah. This is a toughie. Absolutely not kill command yet. We need a beast on the field in order to make that really worthwhile. I love having Tundra Rhino alive to be able to charge things, but that's not in the cards right now. I think I have to be content with just trading cards over and over for the time being. Next turn, if he goes for a trade, he's just going to True Silver Champion, which is absolutely to be expected.
Reporting for duty.
And he's going to have True Silver Champion to deal with another creature after that as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Strangle for a Tiger. We're going to keep this... Ooh. We do have 7 mana. What happens if we use the... This already has a taunt. I don't like using Handmaster on it. But we have so many decisions to make here. I think we're going to Silverback Patriarch and kill command. I don't mind the Silver Patriarch dying. And I do not mind having to force out the True Silver Champion on it. Next turn with 8 mana, it'll probably be Timberwolf and buff it up with Houndmaster. Then the Timberwolf has Taunt, and that sort of sucks. Maybe we'll just play out the Strength of a Tiger and the Timberwolf. We'll see.
Join or die, or both.
Looks pretty scary. Of course, our Patriarch's gonna die. My life for an explosive shot. Explosive shot would be the complete ideal. This changes a lot too, though. Savannah Highmane coming out. Giving it 1 attack isn't going to change anything, so I'm going to Steady Shot. What I was thinking was that if we somehow gave it more health, we'd force him to trade with other things besides just the Silverhand Recruit and probably the Jungle Panther. But instead we'll take out the Jungle Panther and the Recruit, and that's fine. What scares me is that he gets so much card draw. And he got his... Wow. That was a good play. That was really smart. And he's going to deal with one of my arenas as well. He's making really good plays and he's getting a lot of cards, and that's pretty terrifying. He's actually going to trade Cult Master with that. Of course, so many redemptions, man. That was really good.
Thank you.
I still really want Explosive Trap here. I'm not gonna get my wish, though. How does stealth work? I can't target it myself either, hey? Scavenging Hyena and Timberwolf is gonna come out then, and we're just going to end our turn at that. I'm going to attack with my Tiger next turn and put out my Houndmaster. This is a point where he has crazy card advantage though, and that sort of sucks. Oh man. If he has another redemption, I'm just gonna be like... I'm just gonna be done. You know? Things will be over, and we'll be ending this first run of ours. Yep, it's another redemption. Fancy that, man. That is actually really smart, and is really good play by him, and I don't like it. I'm upset by it. And now he's gonna go for my throat.
Reporting for duty.
Look at the health of everything, though. We're going to Nourishing Enter. Please, if there's any hope, it's in not the Scarlet Crusader. Well, we're gonna hold out for as long as possible, certainly. How are we gonna do this? We're gonna attack him, give it taunt, it has a bunch more beef. It'll have 7 health. 6. It'll still get the good trade out of it. I'm gonna do that. Houndmaster is going to come up, and I'll take power and end our turn. Apologies for that, by the way. Things happened and the game kept rolling and I was unable to capture it. We're gonna die. He's going to destroy us, and that's all there is to it, really. Hopefully, however,
Join or die.
Well,
this guy's deck was amazing.
thank you.
I'm super impressed by it. Hopefully we're gonna have enough gold after this to buy our way back into the arena without paying real money, of course. It's always preferable. We have a lot of divine shields. It won't do anything there. He's gonna kill us next turn, and I'm going to let him deal the final blow here. He can do whatever he wants with his, like, 8 cards in his hand.
Well played.
This was a good game, though. I think I learned quite a bit from it. And that is a cool way to end it, actually. He goes out with a bang. Good game. I don't feel bad about that loss. I don't think there was anything terrible done by myself to give him the win. That was just him doing amazing in his draft and synergizing his cards really well. Let's open this up and see what we get. 6 wins. Pretty good. And it is 55 gold, a pack, 40 gold, 10 gold, 15 gold. That adds up to 110, 120. That's a good haul. We'll also open up our pack before we end this video. And let's find out what we get. Looks like we've got the standard 4 commons and a rare, but our commons are pretty good. I like Ancient Brewmasters. I have none of them yet. I have done very little card collecting, by the way, so everything is pretty much new to my collection here. And Mass Dispel? It's okay. It's very situational in my opinion, and it really depends on the decks you're playing against, but good game. I am happy about our first run. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching and for your support. Apologies for that little hiccup in the middle there. But I hope to see you next time. We'll be starting a fresh run in our next video, and until then, I will see you later.